Okay, this is a great, you can say, measuring stick for one's spirituality, if you want to use those words. I used to, you see, I have a good contrast because I used to be obsessed with being the most elite person on the planet, doing whatever I could do. When I used to box, I was only 100 and, what did I box? 143 pounds, I think. I was obsessed with how I could gain enough weight so I could beat Mike Tyson, right? Because at that time, he was the champ. Everybody liked Mike Tyson. So I imagined, wow, if I took him down, man, that would, yeah, then, imagine the dopamine rush, all that attention. Yeah, now people can see me, like they know, like I'm worthy now, great. I tasted this also when I went to Brazil, because I lived in LA, and to be honest, like being celibate was effortless in LA. I wasn't interested, it's basically, it's like, what kind of car do you drive? Oh, it's not very good. Oh, okay, I gotta go. Yeah, so I went to Brazil, and I went to these little villages. Man, I got so much attention. I was like, whoa. I didn't know, like, how it felt to to have a girl, multiple girls be like, damn. I was like, really? So that was a big hit. Now, here's my point, though. That didn't give me, because now if you'd have told me, if I'd have thought about that before I had that experience, I'd be thinking, yeah, now I would definitely feel good. If multiple women were like thinking I was attractive, man, I would feel, for sure I'd feel good about myself. Of course, that's what I would think. That's just one example. Like I said, it can be many. You get a certain amount of money or a certain amount of fame, certain amount of attention. It doesn't matter what it is. The mind hides in those thoughts and thinks. It keeps it as some kind of abstract fantasy. For some it's not abstract. It's like they really believe that, and so they're going to go try to accomplish their goals so that then they can feel good about themselves. Here's the point. It didn't do anything. It made me more restless. The more attention that they gave me, the more attention I needed. It's like the hole that was already inside, their attention didn't fill it up. It actually made the hole bigger. It's like, wait a minute, it's not supposed to work like that. You see? So I realized these things. And then by law of evolution, by, one staying steadfast to their spiritual sanskaras or tendencies, and as best as you can, trying to check in, trying to, it depends on the individual, what your sadhana is, but following that as best as you can for however long it takes, we start to come out of this. And this was the measuring stick that I alluded to at the beginning of the video. It's like I went from doing anything to get attention, is the most important thing in the world for me, to like now, man, I want to be like a fly in the wall. I mean, I don't care if I get attention, it's cool, I appreciate it, especially if it's authentic attention, but I'm just saying, that obsessive need for it, it's gone, man. Well, how did it go? I have no idea, it's gone. I don't know what happened. That's how you know something happens organically. I like going places where nobody knows me. That's one thing I liked about being in other countries was nobody knew me. Like, I was like, I can walk down the street and nobody knows me. So, what do you do? Where are you at? Have you done that introspection? Is there something hiding out that thinks something? That if I just get enough attention, or if I just accomplish this or that, or become this, or get in the public eye, or etc., well, like, do you think that's going to make you feel good? Here's the thing, because some people, they ask me, they want to find their purpose. What's my life purpose? What's my purpose? Why doesn't God reveal my purpose? And I find myself saying sometimes, because you would feel worse if you found your purpose right now than you do already. It's like you're not ready to find your true calling or purpose, so God doesn't reveal it yet, because you could end up getting more restless. If we get what we want sometimes, like before we're ready, sun's out. We can't handle it. And again, I can use the example of the attention I got from the females in Brazil. I just couldn't handle it. It's like if you took somebody off the street who was homeless, or I don't know, just somebody who doesn't have a lot of money, and all of a sudden you gave them the keys to a mansion, and they have a Countach sitting in the driveway, and then they got servants and butlers and everybody, and eating 5-star meals all the time. They look weird. He would look weird. Homeless guy look weird driving the Countach. He's not, he's gonna be like weird. Because you have to, when we earn something, especially when we earn it by the right of consciousness, not just earn it by money. I got to make another video on the potential corrupting power of money. When we earn something by the right of consciousness, then the guidance is also there on how to deal with that, how to handle it. If I made YouTube videos and I had this thing that I'm doing now, before I was ready, trying to get out of the sun, it wouldn't have worked. I would have probably crashed like a lot of the YouTubers. They get into some catharsis because YouTube's like a karmic machine, It's gonna send all the haters and ignorant people and everything, and then they try to mess with you, and then you'll think, oh no, I'm like trying to be good. Why are you like being mean to me? But some of them are good. They're like I was in the past. Like I'm good at like getting under the fingernail, and like, I could crash anybody. So you have those people, and so if somebody's making videos before they're ready, for example, it could be any career, doing it, whatever. I'm just using YouTube as an example. If they start doing something before they're ready, they'll crash. Life will crash you because you're not ready. If you're ready, you don't even care about these. Like, who cares? Yeah. You're focused on the people who you're aligned with. That's it. The rest, you don't care. Now, if there's something there to look at, that the universe is using them as some instrument to show you, that happens automatically. Of course, they use that excuse too. Oh, you just don't want to look at it. Yeah, I don't want to look at it. If there's something to look at, if you need to look at it. All right. So when you reach a point where you, not to sound spiritual cliche, but you discover your own individual uncaused joy that's inside. It's uncaused because it's not contingent upon anything outside you. Getting the relationship, not getting it, getting the money, not getting it, getting the career, not getting it, getting attention, not getting attention. It's just there. Like you don't, it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect it. Somebody can come and offer you, they can say, Yash, I want to fly you. I don't know if I'd go to UK, do this speaking seminar. We'll give you $100,000. It's no different than if I'm sitting here talking. Like the inner feeling is no different. There's nothing that gets moved. Like, whoa, okay, yeah, right. 100,000, then I can go buy this and that. No, it's like, if I had $1 million, I don't see me doing anything different than what I'm doing right now. I don't have any list of a catalog of unfulfilled desires that I'm hoping to try to get or something like, But that had to happen organically. If 20 years old, that wasn't the case. That's why I say accept where you're at and just flow with it and do what you do. I'm telling you, the measuring stick the mind has, spiritual measuring stick, it makes so much trouble, man. It makes more trouble thinking you shouldn't be where you are than if you're somewhere right now, maybe that's causing you trouble. You understand? So, some of us there's these stages in life that, yeah, it's like you see, you're causing yourself stress, but like you can't help it. You got to have these experiences. Okay, that's fine. But then here's what makes it worse. The spiritual pseudo God who says, oh, but you shouldn't be doing that though. Like you should be higher than that. Like what's wrong with you? That's worse than just being where you're at. Just be where you're at, man. Trust. Like all the apples on the tree, they're going to get ripe. Like what difference does it make if it gets ripe now or ripe next year? Like they're going to get ripe. All this stuff, this comparing, and it takes place in this dimension, this time-space dimension. Deep sleep, for example, like no, it doesn't matter how spiritual you are, how spiritual this person, like it just doesn't matter. So from a higher dimension, like all this is meaningless. So know that while you're still in the dimension, and then let the dimension play. Don't take it so serious. But I think it's a good introspective question to check and see. What if nobody recognizes you? What if the world they don't care? Or they think you're stupid. Yeah, that's even better. Do you care? This is the thing. Don't just say, oh, I don't care, man. You know how many people say, I don't care what anybody thinks. Yeah, alpha male. But they care. You can just see energetically, like they care. That's cool. Admit that. That's my point. Admit it. Do you care? Are you like resentful? Is there some resentment? Like, no, but like they should see like what I am, who I am. Maybe you're spiritual. Maybe you've come a long way in your journey, and you're like, why can't they see it? They should be grateful for my presence, period. If you're in a relationship or something, they want other things. And you're thinking like, but aren't you? Yeah, I'm just you're allowed to even look at me. Like, aren't you grateful? Yeah, where are you at with that? Because further down the line, when that really drops away, where, I don't know, man, you don't care in a good way. Like it just doesn't matter anymore. You could be in a situation, you're explaining something, and then the people say like, oh, well, they hear you wrong is what it is. But you don't even explain because you intuitively know they can't assimilate your explanation. They're going to think what they're going to think. They're looking at maybe you from one particular small, narrow angle, and then they're formulating their opinion based on that. And you know that. And they don't want to look at any other angle because that would challenge their position. They don't want to do that because they're not open. They want to be right. And so you can see all that. You size all that up in like a second. And so are you okay with that? You're like, okay, yeah, okay, man. Okay, but now sometimes, there's no standard to this. Sometimes you might have to straighten some things out, There has to be the fire. The fire element might need to come out. Depends on the situation. Are you open to where you can go either way? Your water element, which is the compassion, and that might be there, or the fire element. Like, listen, man, you don't know what you're talking about. It's better if you don't talk. We don't know the situation, Sometimes we're used as a karmic instrument to burn some nonsense. But the main thing is, are you okay? Can you accept that? Can you accept if you burn the nonsense, or if you have to look at them as some little kid or something? Like you have to be the adult. You might have to do that with your own family. Are you okay with that? That can be challenging. You're like, but you're supposed to be the parent because subconscious expectations. All right, good. So I hope you got something from this video. Let me know. I'll see you.